Okay, hi guys, it's me, Eric, and I'm back again with another video. Today I want to show you guys some of the music books that I've bought over the years that have inspired me along the way and sort of taught me to become a better musician. And I also want to show you guys some of my private music notebooks where I write down my song ideas. And I really just want to talk about the songwriting process and music in general in this video. So let's just get started and I'll start showing you guys some of my stuff. So we're going to start with this today. This is Beethoven's Romance in F and G. And so this is for violin with a piano accompaniment. Now, I don't know if you guys know the Romances because it's not Beethoven's most popular work, but this is some absolutely beautiful, beautiful stuff. And so I'll show you a little bit of this book here. I'm not sure about copyright, so I'll just show you a little bit for a second. But I've been learning this song on the violin, and it is just absolutely fantastic. A beautiful melody. I've been learning the Romance in F, but there's another one, the Romance in G. But this is just wonderful, wonderful music, absolutely fantastic. And I would recommend, if you're a violin student, to learn this one, because I think most professional violin players do know how to play this. Now, moving on to the next one. This is a book called Scale and Chord Book Number 3 by Randall Faber. This is a very well-known author of piano stuff. And if you read this and take a look at this, there's just a lot of great exercises in here about scales and arpeggios and sort of building speed and stuff like that. It's a great, great book. Moving on again. This right here is a notebook of mine with these eyes on it, and I'll open this up real quick and just show you guys a little bit of what's in here. This is sort of like personal notes of to-dos and stuff like that. It's very common for me to have notebooks to put ideas in there or like to-dos or tasks and stuff like that. Same deal with this one right here. This is another personal notebook of mine, and we'll take a look in here and just see what's in here if there's anything interesting. I'll make it nice and quick. Some video ideas that I've had in the past for a Hellraiser movie that I did a couple of years ago. That's where that idea came from. And this looks like it's mostly just sort of work stuff. I also do that in my jobs. In the past, I would keep notes on a piece of paper. I just like doing that. This right here is absolutely fantastic. This is Bach's Well-Tempered Clavier, Book 1 and 2. And this right here is the Willard A. Palmer edition, the Masterwork edition. And I'll open this up and just show this to you guys here. This is the first prelude in C major from the book. And there's all kinds of great information, too, about how to properly play Baroque music like this. This is just such a great, 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 great book. Yeah, the Well-Tempered Clavier by Bach. Absolutely fantastic. Now, getting on to the next thing. This right here is Hannon. So Hannon was a very popular piano teacher back in the day, and he has all these great exercises for improving your finger dexterity and your finger independence and strength. Really fantastic, and I think almost every piano student on earth knows about Hannon, and so this is just something that is great to have if you want to be a piano player. All right, moving on. This right here is another personal notebook of mine. You can kind of see on here. This is sort of things that my piano teachers have said to me in the past. Various books that they want me to buy and to check out. I've also got things in here about the viola d'amore, because I was doing a song that was based on that. And so it's very common for me to kind of find information and just to write it on a piece of paper, because I remember it better that way. Now let's get into this here. This right here is a lot of my piano instructional stuff from when I was taking piano lessons privately. And so there's all kinds of hundreds of papers in this folder right here of stuff like that. I've also got here the sheet music for Spring by Vivaldi on violin, which I learned and I did the first movement of, which was pretty awesome. I had a little piano recital a while back. So I've been teaching myself piano and violin for a long time and trying to get better at sight reading and things like that. This right here is awesome. This is my Star Wars sheet music for the Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. If you open this up to the first page, what they have here is the Star Wars theme transposed from the original B-flat down to G major. And it's pretty awesome, this arrangement here. It's nice and big for you to be able to see. So I'm just going to play a little excerpt of this version of Star Wars real quick. Moving on. The next book I have for you guys is the Doflean Method for Learning Violin, Books 1 and Book 2. So when I was learning violin and getting lessons, this book was tremendously helpful. It was written actually in the 1930s, but it's got so much useful information in it, and it's so, like, the songs are just actually really good and really fun. There's a lot of bar talk in here and a lot of famous composers, but this was a really wonderful, wonderful book, Volume 1 and Volume 2. This right here is one of my songwriting notebooks, and this one's interesting because it's actually got sheet music staves on it, and so I was really interested in learning about the proper way of writing sheet music and, you know, how to write it at a more kind of professional level. And so I started reading books, including this book Behind Bars, which was very useful to me. And so I've just been having a lot of fun over the last couple of years, really taking sight reading and composing a lot more seriously, and I've written several pieces that I'm really proud of that are out there on my YouTube and on my other YouTube page. So yeah, that's something that's really interesting. This right here is another personal notebook. It just has my keyboard settings for the live stuff that I do when I have to do different songs, you know, like Take On Me by a-ha and stuff like that. There's, you know, certain settings that you need to do on the keyboard, and so I just keep all that information right here in this little notebook. I take it with me when I play live. This right here is the Peanuts Christmas album. This is by Vince Guaraldi, and it's absolutely, absolutely fantastic, and every song in here is wonderful. But here's the song that everybody buys the book for, Linus and Lucy. Do 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 do. Great, great, fantastic book. This right here is my sheet music for the Moonlight Sonata Movement 1 by Beethoven, and I kind of have this taped up here so that I can have all 4 pages of it at once on my piano stand when I play it. So this is a great song and one of the very best well-known songs ever written on piano. This right here is my version of the first Noel that I did a couple years ago. This right here is another educational book. It's called Note Speller. And when I was trying to get more serious about sight reading, you know, I was so bad at it, I really need to kind of start at the bottom. And so that's what this is. Nice big letters. Really goes over music theory and has a lot of examples of sight reading for you to practice. Note Speller. This right here is Eris's theme on the piano from the video game Final Fantasy VII. So I really love Final Fantasy VII, and I loved Eris's theme, and so I'll put this one on and just play another little sample of this song. Yeah, really, really wonderful. Beautiful piece of music composed by Nobuo Uematsu. Next here we've got just another piano theory book right here. This was another pretty simple one with nice big letters and exercises to go through just to make sure that you know, you got the foundations covered. This right here is the Raiders March from Indiana Jones. Do 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 do. And it's quite easy. You know, like I said, I like these books that have the big, easy notes and big font sizes. It's just great fun and great practice just to learn these awesome songs. And you can pick these up at most music stores for, like, you know, like $4 or $5 or something, you know. This right here is George Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue, arranged for the piano. So you can see page 1 here. Now let's go to page 2 here, where the sheet music actually starts. Here we go. You can see it starts off with this huge run on the right hand to get things started. Do, 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 do. Really, really wonderful, difficult music. I can play a few seconds of this, but it's just so long and so difficult. This is one of those things that hopefully eventually one day I'll be able to play, but I love owning this anyway. Rhapsody in Blue. Next we've got another book called Spotlight Solos, and this is just more sight reading practice. This one's quite nice. This is by Jennifer Eklund, and she always makes great books. She also has a YouTube channel. My Kind of Music. It's exact same concept as the others right here. Big old sight reading practice. This right here are my Chopin waltzes, preludes, nocturnes. It's a big collection of Chopin work by Schirmer Library of Classics. And it's, like I said, very easy to see, just like the others right here, and very, very, very challenging and rewarding and beautiful piano music. Okay, next is Beethoven right here. This is the Pathetique Sonata in C minor. This sonata is very famous for its second movement, and so that's the very famous slow movement. And this is just, again, a very beautiful and difficult piece of piano music. Here we have my Mozart compilation book. This is another Alfred Masterwork edition, and this includes a lot of great Mozart pieces, including his Facile Sonata, the Easy Sonata in C major. This right here is my Czerny exercise book. Now, Czerny was a student of Beethoven, and he taught a lot of people how to play piano, and so this is a compilation of some of his exercises, again put together by Willard A. Palmer. This is Clair de Lune by Debussy. Very beautiful piece of music, one of the most well-known pieces of music on planet Earth, and I really love it every single time I hear it. Another piano theory book, same as the others. Big old font sizes and exercises and lots of learning. My Beatles Classic Hits book. Now this one, just like the others, has very big font sizes and sheet music, and kind of, there's really a collection of simplified versions of a lot of their songs for piano. This is another book here. It's called Piano Adventures, and this is by Nancy and Randall Faber. You remember Randall only from before. Yeah, you can kind of see an example of what this book is like. Big old exercises and sheet music and a lot of sight reading practice. This right here is another one of my personal notebooks right here. And this one does, in fact, contain different song ideas. So a lot of times I'll do stuff like this. I'll put like a series of chords in a row for, sort of like a lead sheet for myself. And I'll do that a lot of times when I'm writing songs. And so I'll see if there's anything else interesting in here. This right here is a transcription of a song by a band that I really like called The Heavy Blinkers from their 2013 album Health. I wanted to do a cover of this song. So I listened to it and figured it out by ear. And I'll do that a lot too in these notebooks right here. But yeah, this is just a lot of lyrics and things like that. Like you can see these lyrics right here. This is an unfinished song. And so, yeah, maybe one day I'll come back to this and actually finish this goofy song here. This right here is my second copy of Bach's Well-Tempered Clavier, Book 1 and 2. I love Bach's Well-Tempered Clavier so much that I bought 2 copies. So this is what this book looks like. This is the Schirmer Library of Musical Classics edition right here. The big yellow books are always quality. Okay, moving on. This is another notebook of mine, a personal notebook, and it's got song ideas from 2014 in here. I was in a folk band called Bird and Beast, and all the songs that I wrote for our EP are right here in this little notebook. So this one right here is called Locked Up. This is a second copy of the same song. Apparently I wrote it 2 times. This is a song that we wrote called Forest right here. Me and my friend Jason wrote it together. This is a song that we wrote together called False Love. And I can kind of keep just flipping through this. That's our set list. And there might even be, we have more in here. This is another song that, that Jason wrote here, and I think that we wrote it together. Here's some more lyrics to songs that I never finished. So this really was a music notebook for me. You can see another song in here with some kind of artwork underneath it. This was 10 years ago, my main journal here, obviously, where I was writing all these song ideas in here. This right here is actually kind of interesting too. I did an interview on YouTube with one of my favorite songwriters, and this was all the questions I was going to ask him, like in my preparation sheet that I had open while I was talking to him. More lyrics right here that are unfinished. More lyrics on a song that I haven't necessarily finished 100% yet. So like this is extremely common for me to have song ideas like this, you know, and to write them out and then, you know, bring them into band practice or whatever in the studio. This is another notebook right here. This right here is another transcription that I did. So there's an AI song that I really like, which is called Pimpzilla. And so I've been listening to it and figuring it out by ear because, you know, there's no tabs available for any of these AI songs yet. But yeah, this is an AI song that somebody else wrote, and I really like it, Pimpzilla. And so I'll play this one real fast, too. Oh, shit. He comes from the ocean like a hurricane, sets the ground in motion, bitch, you're gonna feel the pain. He swings that pimp hand that brings big cities down. He's the monster king of Pimp City, doesn't fuck around. He's Pimpzilla, and he wants his motherfucking money. That's very common for me to do when I like a song, is to figure it out and just write it down in a notebook. And so let's see what else is in here. Again, another lead sheet, chords to some songs. This right here is guitar tabs to something or the other. I'm writing, you know, tabs out to things all the time, my own songs and other people's songs for whatever reason. This is another personal notebook of mine right here that just has, you know, different ideas in it and stuff like that. Some of these are probably songs, some of these are work-related type things. Again, very common. This right here is my sheet music for Fur Elise. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. This right here is another piano instructional book that I have right here. Pretty similar to all the other ones. It's called Scales and Chords, book number 2. This right here is, again, another book, Scales, Chords, Arpeggios, and Cadences. This one is Alfred's Basic Piano Library. You can see, again, it's nice and big font sizes and a lot of pretty good, useful exercises in here that are, you know, pretty similar to the other ones that we've seen. And let's see, we've got one more notebook right here. I'm not sure what's in it, but let's find out together here. Another to-do list of sorts. So this seems like it's another kind of personal list of to-do things. Call the DMV or DMV paperwork, call back. You know, these other people do the garbage and stuff. And the last thing I want to show you guys here is probably my most prized possession. I got this for my birthday when I was 25, and it was a gift that means a lot to me. This is Rolling Stone magazine from the 1970s. It is The Beach Boys Part 1 of the California Saga. And this is a very well-known article in the Beach Boys catalog. And this right here is Part 2. And so these are original Rolling Stone magazines from the 1970s. You can see that they belonged to Mike Volpe originally, and so I know who Mike Volpe is, and I truly appreciate him giving these to me. But I've kept these for a long time, 12, 13 years now, and I've read both of these articles right here about the Beach Boys several times. But as you can see on this one right here, in particular, if I get kind of close, that it's kind of tearing a little bit. So these are delicate, you know what I mean? And I probably need to do something to preserve these better, but I've just been kind of keeping them, you know, in a dry place and everything and not opening them too much. But yeah, these are really wonderful, these Rolling Stone magazines. I can kind of flip through the pages right here and you can kind of see a little bit of what the inside of these looks like. But I don't want to open these right now, you know, just because they're so old. But yeah, these are really wonderful, these Beach Boys Rolling Stones that I got as a gift, for my 25th birthday. So anyway, yeah, that's it for this video. So I want to thank you for checking out all my crazy music books and everything like that, and sort of a little bit about how I do my process of writing the songs down in a notebook and everything. And that's really what I do for all the new AI songs that I've been doing and all the other new songs that I've been doing that aren't AI. But I just want to do something different and wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that inspires me. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video, okay?